best there is, the best there was, or the best there ever will be.
You will rest in peace.
Best on the Mic, featuring your hosts, Darnell, the Playmaker Sallins, and from Sportsway, Dray.
Best in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Best on the Mic podcast, episode 2. You know me, your host, Darnell, the Playmaker, Sallins from the Playmakers blog. Also from the Playmakers blog is my good buddy, the Bear of Texas, Al-Kazzaz. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, and I'm praying for this virus to literally end. In 2 months, I'm supposed to go on vacation, and I want to go.
We're not gonna talk about that vacation. We're gonna leave it just like that.
No, we ain't gonna leave it like that. Speaking on vacation, I'm supposed to be taking one in August to go out there, and I'm still coming.
As that, ladies and gentlemen, is Dray from Sportsway with Dray.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's episode time, motherfuckers.
I knew I was wondering when that was coming in. So,
question. That's what question I want to ask you, Darnell. Yo, the whole before we get to the episode, when y'all handle people that come to Florida, are they quarantining them when they come to Florida?
That's what they was doing.
That's what they was doing, because I know now out here the governor already let it be known, if you go to any of the hot spots, when you come back you got to quarantine for 14 days.
Yeah, so Governor Gromo ain't playing. He wasn't playing from day one.
Oh no, he wasn't playing at all. That's why I fuck with him. But I want to make sure that's not the case going out there. If that's the case, then that defeats the purpose of me going out there.
I gotta tell you, my brother, do your research, because I got a retarded. We have a retarded governor right now. That's all I'm gonna say on that one.
Oh no, that's a Snapple top fact. I already know. But yeah, let's get into this episode.
Let's go ahead and get to this episode. The coronavirus just won't go away, causing all kinds of habits. Not causing habits for us, because we found a way to deal with it, and that was during this tournament. We already heard first episode, so we have done the next 8 matches. And let me see, where did I leave off? Oh, I got to go back. Just like last time, we're going to talk about what happened, what the results were, how we feel about them. And we're going to keep it moving, because basically we have the first half of the second round matches already covered. They are set in stone. And we just going to look forward to them. Sounds good to everybody?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do this.
All right, so we kicked off with Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Baron Corbin.
That should have been a landslide. I don't know who it was that voted for him, but kudos to him.
65-3, the Texas Rattlesnake gave Baron Corbin the WrestleMania stunner like he did Scott Hall.
I don't understand that one, but hey, to each his own.
Any comments?
I mean, the way it goes, it's simple. Stone Cold stomped a mud hole on Baron Corbin and walked it dry. That's what Stone Cold does. He just kicks ass and drinks beer.
I gotta have a petty moment right here, if you don't mind. I'm so happy Baron Corbin got his ass whooped in this round. I couldn't keep him out of the tournament because he talked too damn much. But lucky enough how the draw went, it went Stone Cold.
Yeah, you drew them with the right person.
Oh, that was great. Anyway, our next matchup was The Undertaker versus Raven. This was pretty good.
Quite interesting, actually, because
very interesting.
I've never actually seen anything that Raven's done. I mean, what I know about Raven is that that incident at ECW, and I need to know, and I need you guys to tell me if you know what I'm talking about. Do you guys remember the angle where he hung the Sandman on a cross, and he hung him with barbed wire? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah, so as far as Raven goes, I've never really seen much of his promos. I've seen some of them, and Raven does good promos. He's had good angles, the whole thing with Raven's Flock. But with Undertaker, I mean, as far as his promos go, for me, well, there was two different kinds. There was one with the American Badass, and then the one with the Dead Man. And I think his Dead Man one's like, he always ended it with, you will rest in peace, but the way he did it, he really did it in a mysterious fit way, and that's how because it's incorporated into his character. So it doesn't surprise you that the Undertaker won.
Nope, I wasn't surprised.
19 to 10.
Yeah, Raven got more votes than what I thought.
Yeah.
19 to 10. Hey, Raven could talk.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, imagine a feud between the Dead Man and Raven. That actually would have been great, and if it was at WrestleMania, that would have been gold. I mean, imagine that. Undertaker has a feud with Raven and his Flock, and they're trying to recruit. Raven's Flock is trying to recruit the Undertaker into joining them, saying the Undertaker is lost. We can help him. But I'm sure Vince didn't really see that.
Hey, it was a good one. Moving on, and we had a first. Should I say a first? We had a tie. It was Jeff Jarrett versus Velveteen Dream, and the way this went it was amazing to me.
That was a tie.
It was a tie. It finished off 30-30. And knowing that I know somebody who has written articles and who has done promotion stuff inside small wrestling companies, I reached out to him for him to break the tie. And he chose the Velveteen Dream.
Okay.
So with a tie of 30-30, the tiebreaker went to the Velveteen Dream. So the Velveteen Dream is going to the second round over Double J. This was one of the matches I was really looking forward to, and it went exactly how I thought it would. Very close. I didn't think it was going in the tie, but whew. People know both wrestlers, and it was a close one.
I don't remember much. I don't remember much about Jeff Jarrett, to be honest. I mean, I just remember in the Attitude Era how when he came out to the ring, he always had a guitar in his hand, and sometimes
I was just going to say, think of Elias when you think of Elias, think of Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Smashing people in the head with that shit. Yeah.
I mean, it's just I don't remember Jeff Jarrett ever singing though, but
me either.
He did. I think it was if I remember WCW days.
Yeah, okay. In WCW, yeah, probably. I mean, after that, all I know from Jeff Jarrett is that he started what is now Impact Wrestling.
Yeah. So that was your tie. That was our first. Then we get to the next match. We had Jesse the Body Ventura versus Taz. I ain't know how this was going to go, to be honest.
Okay, well, in my case, I've never, ever, ever seen a promo cut by Jesse the Body Ventura. I mean, I know that he had that segment show, I think it was called The Body Shop or something like that.
Yeah.
But I've never seen any of his segments or angles. I mean, I've never even seen him wrestle. I mean, he wrestled way before we were born, probably when our parents were still kids.
That's why you have YouTube and the WWE Network.
Yeah, but I've never really had an interest in watching Jesse Ventura anyway. But as far as Taz goes, I mean Taz, when he was in the Attitude Era, you remember that feud that Taz had with Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross? And I think it was and then it ended when Jerry Lawler was wrestling him, and then Jim Ross smashed that jar of candy in Taz's face. Yeah. That was pretty. It was too comical, but Taz's promos. I mean, that New York, his New York accent. really made himself. I mean, he was always portrayed as a thug. I mean, his accent really fit into his thug-like character. So
Red Hook. Taz went to my high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Franklin K. Lane.
Okay. I mean, he's not only a suplex machine, but he's really good on the mic.
For those of you who are trying to figure out who won, Jesse the Body Ventura took this one by the vote of 14-8. Yep.
They didn't get that many votes.
Yeah. Now
I mean, he won fair and square. I mean, what can I say?
Now we get to some good stuff. We have Ravishing Rick Rude versus Honky Tonk Man.
Ooh.
Okay, now I'm going to say this. I found this one really interesting because Rick Rude and Honky Tonk Man are two of the biggest heels in wrestling. But in my opinion, Rick Rude is the second greatest heel ever, right under Roddy Piper. So that's why. And Rick Rude, I mean, we all remember Rick Rude's character. Like, he was kind of like the dude, like, the ladies' man that would steal your woman, trash talk you. So that's why Rick Rude
is on his damn trunks.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, Rick Rude is the second best villain in wrestling history.
Go ahead, get in here, Dray.
Nah, I said he'll take your wife and have her face right there on his genital areas on his trunks. Yeah, dude was a savage.
And he was good. He was good at what he did. And what I find interesting is that when he and Piper had that feud, what's interesting is Piper was the face. But as far as Honky Tonk Man goes, I mean, he's also out there. He's arguably in the top 10 of best heels. But if I remember correctly, I mean, he did speak on the mic, but when he was paired up with the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, I mean, Jimmy Hart did most of the talking. That's Jimmy Hart. Whenever he managed somebody, he did most of the talking.
Jimmy Hart had a shot against Paul Heyman and fell short. But
I mean,
one of the interesting matches we was looking forward to. This one was not close. 34-11.
I mean, like I said, it's no surprise that Rick Rude wins just like that, like got most of the votes, because it's like I said, Rick Rude is the second greatest heel of all time.
What was the thing he used to say a lot? Dre, do you remember?
Who that?
Rick Rude.
Dang, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Because a lot of people kept posting it in the comment section when they made their vote, and I'm like, yep, I already know how this is gonna go.
I can't even remember off the top of my head what he used to say.
Yeah, I can, but whatever it was, I mean, you remember when Dolph Ziggler had that show-off persona? I think that show-off persona was a bit of tribute to Rick Rude.
No, I would say Velveteen Dream was a tribute to Rick Rude.
All right, maybe. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
This man literally came out at the takeover and had on his trunks, "Call me Vince." I was like, what? Oh, Lord, we got another Russian Rick Rude on our heads. I can't think of the quote. I wanted to say it, too. I can't think of it. I know it started with something like, "You smelly something." I wish I could think of it. Anyway. All right, Dre. It's one of the ones you was waiting on, sir. Samoa Joe versus Arn Anderson.
Joe.
You know, and for a minute, I thought it was going to be Arn Anderson, Double A. He started off strong. But it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And Samoa Joe came all the way back and won.
No, Samoa Joe put him in that submission hold.
Funny thing, it's surprising me that a lot of people remember Arn Anderson's promos. Because it's kind of hard to do promos when you team up with Ric Flair.
For real. Ric Flair exactly. Overshadowed all y'all.
But it's not only that, Darnell. It's because a lot of wrestling fans that are giving their votes. 90% of them were not watching wrestling when the Four Horsemen were at the top of their game. Like when the Four Horsemen were at the peak of wrestling, none of us were like. I wasn't watching. I sure as hell wasn't, because this is way before I was born. And 90% of the fans, around our age, I mean, they didn't watch Ric Flair, in the NWA and Jim Crockett Promotions. This is like way before our time, so that's why most fans will go with Samoa Joe. And in my case, I do remember some of the promos that Samoa Joe cut when he was with Impact, especially like around 2005, 2006, 2007 when he had that feud with Kurt Angle and AJ. I think it was AJ Styles as well. I mean, I would sometimes tune in and watch Impact Wrestling because I was bored, but I would remember when Samoa Joe had that undefeated streak and he would cut those basic promos.
You can stop right there. You brought up AJ Styles. Him and Samoa Joe by themselves was terrific in promos. Like Samoa Joe went all out against AJ on promos. Samoa Joe. I didn't care who won because you could have went either way in this one. You could have went Double A. You could have went Samoa Joe. But the people have spoken. 14-10. Samoa Joe is moving on.
Yeah.
Here's one that I was interested in because when I thought about it, I'm like, I don't know how this was going to go. I really don't. One of the few matches that I literally said he was like, I got to see how this goes because I really don't know. Grant Valentine versus Bubba / Billy Ray Dudley.
I don't even know what to say in this situation. I really don't.
I mean, Bully Ray took it. I mean, 22-5. This is, man, we talking Grant Valentine. We talking about he had a rivalry with Hulk Hogan. Maybe that's where the 5 votes came in at. But don't go to arrows. He was one of them top heels too. Apparently that's not good enough. And then we get to the final one. The Nature Boy with Flair.
Woo! Woo!
Well, against
Silence profiling.
Ron Simmons, a.k.a. Farouk.
Damn!
I could not help it. I had to do that. I mean, when I think of Ron Simmons, that's usually what comes to mind.
I was going to do it anyway. I was going to do it.
But,
if you wouldn't have did it, I was going to do it.
I mean, when Farouk... Now, Farouk, the promos I remember was when he first started, he was known as Farouk Assad, and then shortly he formed the Nation of Domination. And when he was the leader, I mean, those were like the promos he were cutting. But when it was with the APA, I don't remember him actually cutting a promo in the ring. I just remember he and Bradshaw playing cards and drinking beer backstage.
Facts.
I mean, hey. It's the Nature Boy, man. I know some people probably looking at me like, why you put Warren Simmons against Rick? But look.
You basically set him up for the failure.
Look.
You pretty much made him a last seat on purpose.
Somebody had to go against Ric Flair. It's not easy putting these matchups together. Somebody had to go against Ric Flair.
Exactly.
But I will say you this, and Dre, you might laugh. The final tally was 36-4. How many letters I entered? How many letters I entered? Damn.
People actually went with him.
You know why? Because of what you said as soon as I said his name.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is ironic because there's 4 letters in that word, and he only got 4 votes.
Crazy.
He got a vote for every letter in that word.
Damn. Now I gotta ask you fellas, Do you guys remember that feud that Ric Flair had in 2006 with Mick Foley, when they would both cut these promos like literally attacking each other based on real life events? Do you guys remember that feud?
Oh, say it again.
Well, do you guys remember that feud in the summer of 2006 when Ric Flair and Mick Foley had a feud that was based off real life heat between the two in the past?
I think at that time I wasn't watching wrestling.
Okay, because Ric Flair, it was in 2006. Ric Flair would like cut the promos like he would like literally insult Mick Foley's career by saying, you fall off a cage and you're great. You're not a wrestling legend. You're a glorified stuntman. Like, I mean, that's when I think of it.
I remember it now. I remember it now. You call yourself a legend? What? You get thrown off the cage and you call yourself a legend? You're not a glorified stuntman.
And then Mick Foley would respond by saying, nobody remembers Ric Flair's prime. Like Mick Foley then cut a promo saying, no one cares about you and Steamboat in the first Starrcade, or you and Terry Funk in that I Quit match in '89. Like Mick Foley would shoot back and say, yeah, your prime years, everyone's too young to remember. No one cares. Like
you're gonna make me want to watch this now. Once we're done with this, you're gonna make me want to watch that.
I mean, they're really good promos, and I mean, sometimes I would think like, were they actually shooting on each other, or did they actually work together? They had their differences aside, and they agreed to do this just for the fans. But Ric Flair cutting those promos, literally insulting Mick Foley's career, like saying, you bled, you fall off your cage, your ear, like you tell Mick Foley, I don't care about your ear being ripped off. You're not a legend. You're a glorified stuntman.
Oh my gosh. Goddamn Ric Flair, man.
I mean, those guys had real life legitimate heat, especially because we learned in that feud that
it don't matter who Ric Flair had a feud with. You was gonna laugh regardless. Because he never turned it down.
I mean, that's Ric Flair. Ric Flair took promos very seriously. I mean, the fame, the legacy he has, I mean, it's part of his character to cut those promos in a very serious way. I mean, that's Ric Flair for you.
And we all know the famous one. I'm allowed Dray to do the famous Ric Flair promo. Everybody loves it.
Which one? Which one? There's so many of them.
I mean, the actual famous one.
Oh,
they got so famous that NFL players doing it. I'm like,
Ric Flair, we're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. Yeah. Limousine riding, jet flying. Woo!
Now, a promo I remember very well was in 2005 after Triple H attacked Ric Flair with a sledgehammer, and then 3 weeks later, Ric Flair came back and told how Triple H said, it was time for Flair to retire. And then Flair's like takes us a little bit in his past. Like he mentions the plane crash in '75, then he broke his back, and he literally goes like, they said Ric Flair would never wrestle again. 6 months later, I was standing in this ring wearing gold. And then he goes like, 1981, and then he mentions how he was hit by lightning hit him and then bounced off and then killed the guy that was standing right next to him. And Ric Flair goes like, it killed the guy standing 3 feet from me, dead, right in the eye, dead. And then he's like, you think I'm afraid of you, Triple H? I mean, Ric Flair really my friend would call that just old man rage. Especially, Ric Flair being that tough, a young, somebody tells him it's time to retire. It's like telling an old man you got to retire, and it pisses him off. But that promo, Ric Flair ripped off the bandage from his head, and then remember how if you remember that promo, his face bled. Like he bled all over.
He did that on purpose too. I remember that. You listen to me, you prick. You say this? I'm the nature boy. You want to beat a man? You got to beat the man. Woo!
Ric Flair.
All right, so that was the 8 matches there. I'm going to recap them real quickly. Stone Cold Steve Austin stuns Baron Corbin out the first round.
Oh, hell yeah.
Unfortunately, Raven had to rest in peace to The Undertaker.
Well, it's no surprise.
The Velveteen Dream in a tiebreaker took down Double J Jeff Jarrett. The Body Jesse Ventura took down New York's Finest and Taz. Ravishing Rick Rude over Honky Tonk Man. What more do you want me to say? This the first part of his name is Ravishing.
That's his legacy, Ravishing.
Samoa Joe took down Double A Art Anderson in a very close contest. Bully Ray Dudley over Greg Valentine. Damn, the Nature Boy took down Ron Simmons.
Woo!
Any surprises so far?
Nah.
No. I mean, the only surprise is that Baron Corbin managed to get more than one vote. I mean, I knew that he was going to get at least one, but he got more than one. And the same thing goes for Ron Simmons. But I love how you mentioned it's so ironic. Ron Simmons gets 4 votes, and it spells the word he's very famous for saying.
Damn.
But, I appreciate Ron Simmons. I mean, Bradshaw APA, it was gold. I love what they did. One day I'm going to personally thank them both for that because it was great to watch. All they had to do was sit backstage, play cards, and drink beer, but that was the way to entertain the fans.
And beat people up.
Yeah, and beat people up, yeah.
So,
sometimes I wish the APA had never split.
All good things must come to an end. So that means, fellas, we have 8 more matches to go in the first round before we can dive into the second round. And if you seen your email, you notice I kind of say the best 8 matches for last.
This last part is gonna be classic.
So, but you know what? Before I get to that, here's what we have so far. Going into the second round, we have the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Mick Foley, The Undertaker, Vince Kennedy McMahon, Bobby the Brain Heaton, Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, Bully Ray Dudley, CM Punk, Bray Wyatt, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jake the Snake Roberts, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Velveteen Dream, Jerry the King Lawler, Paul Heyman, Samoa Joe, Macho Man Randy Savage, The Rock, Jesse the Body Ventura, Jim Crockett, John Cena, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Ravishing Rick Rude, and there are 8 spots left. And with the 8 spots that are remaining, we have, just look at it, we still haven't gotten to Triple H and Kevin Owens. We still haven't gotten to Boogie T and Kurt Angle. We haven't gotten to the Miz and Edge. We haven't gotten to Chris Jericho and Johnny Gargano.
Oh boy.
As you can see, we have some great matches coming up. And by the way, to kick off the third set of this, which will be on Monday, because we're going to allow y'all to enjoy y'all 4th of July, because I want y'all to have your fun on 4th of July. Kicking it off on Monday, because I hope y'all be ready. It will be the great one, Eddie Guerrero versus Razor Ramon / Scott Hall.
Ooh, that's leading off.
That will be leading off part 3.
Well,
leading
don't
off
be
part
surprised
3.
if Eddie cheats. Don't be surprised if Eddie steals the win. Don't be surprised. That's Eddie.
I lie, I cheat, I steal.
I mean,
That was
when
a
Eddie
great
died,
one.
guys, I was crying. I'm not even kidding. When Eddie died, I was crying.
As the guy said, the tournament is going smoothly as predicted. No big upsets to go about. So, anything y'all wanna say?
Can't wait for the third. Can't wait for part 3.
Oh, I am so excited for part 3, and I can't wait to see the results on the next matches.
The trilogy might be the best one.
Yeah.
I can't wait for round 2. I'm just gonna say that I can't wait for round 2 because round 2's gonna be heat. Round 2 gonna be nothing but heat. I guarantee you that.
I mean, hey, this is what it's about. It's about heat. It's about excitement. It's literally step into the ring and sing a fight.
So, all right. With that being said, Dre, anything coming up on your side there, buddy?
But right now I'm on a little hiatus from the podcast. Right now, I'm doing my little IG live segments that I do called the interview deck. On my days off of work, I take a fellow podcaster and we have a little fun on the interview deck where I have a little fun with some cards that I got. Brought to you by Poddex, who's actually sponsoring the podcast. So, I have a little fun with that. A little Q&A segment that I do for an hour. And then I also, in the next hour, do a little top 5 thing and just have some fun with it. So that's pretty much what I got on the table right now. But the podcast, I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to get back into the realms of it in another few weeks. But right now, I'm just enjoying the IG lives for right now that I do.
Unfortunately, people already had two of those IG lives with him already.
Yeah, man.
I already did 2 of them, so might have to get out next time.
Oh no, we can definitely do it. We can definitely do it again. We can definitely do that shit again. That ain't a problem.
Bearman, what you got coming? I know what you got coming, but tell the people what you got coming.
Well, like I said, Chris, Rex, and I are coming back. Chris is still, he's getting ready. Chris and I are going to bring back our little dark side of the podcast segment. And soon our project is going to be, we're going to be talking about matches. We're going to be talking about wrestling in general. Folks, be prepared. And on a personal note, the Bear of Texas podcast, which is on hiatus, is coming back in the fall for some football talk and for some soccer talk and hell, for some even random talk, okay? So y'all be excited because excitement is coming. So be prepared, folks. Be prepared to hear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
All right, and then the Playmakers. Let's see what we got. A lot going on with the Playmakers. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and start off by saying we have another online shop, and it's better than the first one.
Oh, a hell of a lot better, I might add.
More merchandise, more styles. Even Dray's seen the website, and Dray loves the website. So I just gotta get Dray to get a shirt. That's the only thing I gotta do right now.
Well, I'll get your shirt, and when I get mine, you can get one of mine.
I already know, because I already seen what you got working on in there. What else is coming from the Playmaker? We getting closer and closer to the restart of the NBA season, so it sounds like I might be podcasting again. Talking NBA, and Alice will be joining me.
Yeah, and here's a little preview. I gotta ask you, Darnell. What are your thoughts? Do you think Orlando has a chance of getting into the playoffs?
They better in their damn backyard.
I mean, based on the research, based on the piece that I wrote, folks. If y'all haven't read it, y'all should read it. It's come down. It's the Wizards, the Magic, and the Nets. And I think the Magic have the best chance because there's 2 spots left in the Eastern Conference. So I think the Magic is gonna take care of business. I mean, the Nets.
It's in our backyard. They better take care of business.
Nets are done. We ain't got to worry about that.
I mean, my Mavericks are still in the playoffs, and I'm hoping that they get in the playoffs. I want my boy Luka to actually go in the playoffs and start doing some Luka magic.
Yeah, matter of fact, I believe, Alex, did you write an article on the Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah. You didn't see it? It got published yesterday morning.
So cool. he has written an article on the Brooklyn Nets.
Whatever you said, they deserve it.
To tell y'all that what's going on with Brooklyn does not look good up in Brooklyn.
Well, DeAndre Jordan and I forgot his name, Whitty, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, they both tested positive for corona. DeAndre announced on Twitter that he will not be going to Orlando. As far as the other, okay, I'm just gonna call him W because I can't pronounce his name. he has not said anything yet, but since he even if he tests positive, even if he's feeling better 2 days from now, I think as a precaution, they're not going to let him go. I mean, Kyrie Irving is still recovering from shoulder surgery. Kevin Durant, even though he's probably feeling well, he ruled himself out for the season anyway. And there's no one left. I mean, this other player, I think, with Wilson, he says he's not going because he's opting to stay home with his family. So, I mean, in the Nets case, I mean, there's really nothing to say. I mean, if they go down, I mean, I wrote this in my article. If they go down, they might as well go down swinging. I mean, because because I put a video in that article with Stephen A. Smith saying he does not feel bad for the teams that didn't qualify. Well, it wasn't that for that article, but I did do that in my NBA format piece. But Brooklyn's still playing some basketball, so 8 games, make those eight games count. I mean, even if you don't make the playoffs, have a little bit of pride. I mean, get out of go finish the season with your head up at least.
So,
do something.
Look, me and Alex will get on that NBA talk. So, I'll be having a solo podcast if the NFL season starts called Ramley Talk. And when I talk about the LA Rams, I'm still going to talk. Mind if I'm going to be honest, Dray, I'm going to take your strategy and I'm going to apply it to my podcast.
Oh, and speaking of the LA Rams, folks, Darnell is going to be my first guest on Cowboys Talk with the Bear of Texas. So get ready for that because Darnell and I are going to argue.
We're going to be each other's first guest because it's like, what's the use? God damn it, Sunday Night Football, goddamn Dallas coming to LA.
And how ironic it is, folks, that I'm going to be in Los Angeles during the time with my friend.
So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I'm still working out the format. I think I'm going to take something from Dray because I like the way Dray did his. I'm going to talk about my team and do some NFL picks and stuff like that.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
I think that'll work for me. I will post the link of the shop in the show notes because y'all need to go check that mug out because we got a lot of stuff. You can get your face mask, you can get a t-shirt, you can actually get a polo shirt if you want to. That's what we got going on. And anything else, there's a new show being worked on that I will be a part of. Going around about what's going on with the coronavirus and racial oppression throughout this nation. We still working out the details, but when that goes live, I will let y'all know. And more importantly, it's 4th of July weekend, which means I'm doing 2 shows of Flashback Friday.
Yeah, I can't wait for the party tomorrow.
As usual, for the 5:31, you better catch us on live on speaker 5:30 to 7:30. And then on the 4th, special start time at 3 p.m. And by the way, no boundaries, meaning all types of music, no matter what year, what genre, will be played for the 4th. So me and Ricky are going in. So check us out on speaker. I will put that link of the Pipebomb Radio in the show notes as well. So you have the shop and you have Pipebomb Radio links in the show notes. So y'all check both out. Y'all party with us on the 4th because we finna have some fun. So, any final words, guys?
Everybody out there, stay safe. Be safe. God bless. That's it.
Y'all, please. I know it sucks wearing a mask. But please wear a mask. I want this thing to end. I've already gone insane. Just wear a mask, y'all. I know it sucks, but just do it. Do it for the safety of yourself, and everybody around you. Oh, and please wash your hands often. I don't know why people have to be told that because of a virus.
Well, wear a mask. Just do your research. Take the necessary precaution that you need to take. Wear a mask and all that other good stuff. Wash your hands. As for the Bear of Texas, Al-Kazzaz, Sportsway with Dray from the Playmaker blog down there. So we'll talk to y'all in about 2 weeks.
Peace and love.
Y'all be safe.